The Americas have long held secrets about their earliest inhabitants, but recent discoveries are rewriting history. Hidden in the depths of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula and the high-altitude rock shelters of central Mexico are clues suggesting humans settled the Americas far earlier than previously believed. These findings challenge the widely accepted notion that the Clovis people, who arrived around 11,500 years ago, were the first to inhabit the continent. Evidence now points to human presence dating back as far as 33,000 years. At CreepyWorld Cave, nestled in the Mexican highlands, archaeologists uncovered nearly 2,000 meticulously crafted stone tools, signaling a human presence spanning over 20,000 years. The cave's deep stratigraphic layers revealed an astonishing timeline of occupation, supported by radiocarbon dating and optically stimulated luminescence techniques. "The evidence is compelling," remarked Professor Tom Higham of Oxford University, whose team confirmed the tool's age. Such findings could inspire fresh scrutiny of similar sites across the Americas, including those in Brazil, with tools potentially dating back 30,000 years. Meanwhile, beneath the Yucatan Peninsula, the labyrinthine cenotes, now submerged by rising sea levels, hold their own mysteries. Among the twists and turns of these caves lie ocher mines, iron-rich deposits prized by early humans for rituals and decoration. Archaeologists have identified extensive evidence of mining activity dating back 11,000 years. Broken stalagmites used as hammers soot-coated ceilings, and stacks of mining debris reveal the immense effort required to extract this red pigment. Sam Meacham, a cave diver and researcher, described the discovery as groundbreaking. "It's electrifying to uncover what these ancient miners left behind." One of the most fascinating finds in these caves is the skeletal remains of Naia, a young woman who lived 13,000 years ago. Her remains, along with those of others, have sparked debate about why early humans ventured into such perilous environments. Theories once centered on survival needs water, shelter, or food, but the discovery of ocher mines shifts the narrative. Red ocher's importance in rituals and art may have driven these ancient explorers to brave the dangerous underground passages. As both CreepyWorld Cave and the cenotes reveal their secrets, researchers are piecing together a story of survival, innovation, and cultural significance that reshapes our understanding of early human life in the Americas. The implications of these discoveries stretch far beyond the sites themselves. CreepyWorld Cave has emerged as a key location in challenging the long-held Clovis first theory. During the 20th century, most archaeologists believed the Clovis people were the Americas' earliest settlers, having crossed the Beringian land bridge from Siberia to Alaska roughly 11,500 years ago. As the last ice age ended, melting ice submerged this land bridge, leaving behind a history of migration tied to these big game hunters. However, the discoveries in CreepyWorld and other pre-Clovis sites like Monte Verde in Chile and the Buttermilk Creek complex in Texas suggest human habitation much earlier than the Clovis period. The stone tools found in CreepyWorld demonstrate a long-lasting tradition of craftsmanship. Yet questions remain. Why would humans continually return to such a high-altitude location, perched 1,000 meters above the valley floor, over thousands of years? Some experts, like Professor David Meltzer, argue that while the tools appear deliberately made, natural processes might mimic their appearance. Others question why similar tools haven't been discovered more widely if this culture was so persistent. In the submerged caves of the Yucatan, the focus is on ocher mining. Evidence shows ancient miners carried torches or firewood into the dark, treacherous passages, leaving behind smoke marks on the ceilings. Their tools included broken stalagmites, repurposed as hammers, and the miners skillfully followed veins of ocher shifting sideways when one was exhausted. The extensive mining activity, with more than 350 pits identified, suggests ocher held immense value for these early inhabitants. It was likely used for burials, rituals, and decoration, a trend observed in early cultures worldwide. Despite this extensive mining, a mystery lingers. Skeletal remains like those of Naia have never been found directly within the mining areas. Instead, researchers speculate that the allure of ocher and the spiritual significance of the caves may explain why people brave these perilous environments. Deep caves, often regarded as sacred or linked to the underworld, were important in ancient Mesoamerican cultures long after these early miners had disappeared. Both CreepyWorld and the Yucatan cenotes raise profound questions about the adaptability and ingenuity of early humans, painting a complex picture of life in the Americas tens of thousands of years ago. The discoveries in CreepyWorld Cave and the cenotes of the Yucatan Peninsula not only challenge our understanding of early human history, but also highlight the extreme environments these ancient people inhabited. Between 26,000 and 19,000 years ago, low sea levels allowed for easier passage across the Beringian land bridge. However, before 26,000 years ago, Beringia was likely a boggy, inhospitable region. This makes the idea of a coastal migration route increasingly plausible, with early humans possibly using rudimentary maritime technology to hug the shores as they spread southward. While evidence of human occupation in the Americas before 26,000 years ago is mounting, populations likely remain sparse. Significant increases in human activity only became evident around 14,000 to 15,000 years ago, coinciding with the warming period that marked the end of the last ice age. The rapid temperature spike of 7 degrees within a short time brought ecological changes that likely supported population growth and migration. In CreepyWorld Cave, scientists have used advanced dating techniques to validate their findings. Radiocarbon dating and optically stimulated luminescence, OSL, provided consistent results, adding credibility to the site's timeline. Despite this, not all researchers are convinced. Critics like Professor David Meltzer highlight gaps in the evidence, questioning why the tool-making tradition at CreepyWorld hasn't been identified in nearby regions, and why signs of cultural or technological evolution over thousands of years are absent. Meanwhile, the cenotes in the Yucatan reveal a different kind of human innovation and resilience. The miners who ventured into these caves demonstrated an understanding of geology far ahead of their time. By following ocher veins and utilizing high-resin woods for long-lasting light, they adapted to the harsh conditions of the underground labyrinths. The ocher's vibrant red hue held deep cultural significance, used in art, burials, and possibly even as sunscreen or bug repellent. Its value was so great that these early humans risked their lives to extract it. Despite the dangers, the Yucatan miners left behind a trail of clues: charcoal from their fires, tools crafted from cave formations, and smoke-stained ceilings that tell a story of determination and purpose. Their work stands as a testament to the ingenuity of early human societies. The combination of findings from CreepyWorld Cave and the Yucatan cenotes presents a compelling narrative about early human ingenuity and their ability to adapt to extreme conditions. These discoveries also underline the enduring significance of red ocher in ancient cultures. From its use in rituals and burials to artistic expression, ocher was a prized material that drove humans to undertake perilous journeys into the depths of caves. Researchers identified more than 350 mining pits in the Yucatan, each marking a spot where miners carefully extracted this vibrant pigment. In CreepyWorld, however, the focus shifts to stone tools, where the sheer volume, nearly 2,000 artifacts, suggests the site was occupied over a remarkable span of 20,000 years. Yet questions about the purpose and persistence of this occupation remain. Why did people return to such an isolated, high-altitude site repeatedly? Was there something unique about CreepyWorld that justified its long-term use? While the evidence is strong, critics like Professor Meltzer argue that natural processes could create features resembling stone tools, adding complexity to interpreting the site's history. Back in the Yucatan caves, the skeletal remains of Naia and others deepen the mystery. These ancient individuals ventured into the caves thousands of years before rising sea levels submerged them, transforming the passages into underwater time capsules. While Naia's remains were not found in mining areas, the connection between the miners and the human skeletons scattered throughout the cenotes remains an open question. What compelled these early inhabitants to navigate such dangerous spaces? Researchers now believe that the quest for red ocher combined with the spiritual significance of deep caves offers a plausible explanation. The researchers who analyzed the Yucatan ocher mines highlighted the miners' advanced understanding of their environment. They demonstrated a systematic approach to mining, following veins of pigment and shifting to new locations as needed. The high-resin woods used for torches provided reliable light, leaving smoke marks on cave ceilings that endure to this day. This ingenuity mirrors the resourcefulness seen at CreepyWorld, where humans thrived in seemingly inhospitable conditions. Both sites, while distinct in purpose, contribute to a larger picture of human expansion into the Americas, showcasing how resource-driven survival and cultural expression shaped the lives of these early pioneers. As researchers delve deeper into the mysteries of these ancient sites, new questions arise about the challenges and motivations of early human settlers in the Americas. The discoveries at CreepyWorld Cave and the Yucatan cenotes emphasize how survival, cultural practices, and resource gathering intertwined in shaping human history. CreepyWorld Cave challenges traditional narratives by presenting evidence of human habitation dating back 33,000 years, far earlier than the Clovis people's migration. The meticulously crafted stone tools found at the site provide a glimpse into the lives of its inhabitants, but they also raise questions. Why have similar tools not been identified in neighboring regions? Why would early humans repeatedly return to a high-altitude shelter over thousands of years? While the answers remain elusive, the site's importance lies in its potential to encourage further exploration of early human settlements in the Americas. In contrast, the cenotes of the Yucatan Peninsula reveal a different facet of ancient human activity. These submerged caves, once dry and accessible, were the setting for extensive ocher mining around 11,000 years ago. The miners left behind a trail of tools, fire remnants, and mining debris, all preserved by the rising sea levels that later flooded the caves. Their efforts were methodical, demonstrating an understanding of geology and a commitment to obtaining the prized red pigment. The cultural significance of red ocher cannot be understated. Across ancient societies, it was used for rituals, burials, and artistic endeavors. Its vibrant color likely symbolized life, power, and spirituality, driving early humans to undertake dangerous expeditions into the depths of the caves. The miners' use of high-resin wood for torches and their ability to navigate the twisting passages underscore their ingenuity and determination. Despite these achievements, mysteries linger. The skeletal remains, such as those of Naia, were not found in the mining areas, leaving gaps in understanding the full scope of human activity within the cenotes. Were these caves solely sites of resource extraction, or did they hold deeper ritualistic or symbolic meanings for these ancient communities? The combination of physical evidence and unanswered questions keeps researchers with more clues. Together, CreepyWorld Cave and the Yucatan cenotes provide a window into a world of survival, innovation, and cultural expression, reshaping our understanding of early human life in the Americas.